Professor George Cureton of Medgar Evers College, the City University of New York, researched the instruction of phonetic awareness for 12 years, using the New Jersey school system as a control model. By means of a multisensory systematic method that he developed, Professor Cureton proved and demonstrated that phonetic training is the very foundation of literacy skills. Cureton displayed that when sequentially presented with cryptographic keys in the proper order, that any student could easily acquire the abilities of fluent and independent reading.
With action reading, it took Pete 10 days to learn how to read. And I mean, he could pick up a book and read it, and he couldn't read it all. He couldn't read his own name,
The problem is teaching methods. Teachers want to do the very best job they know how to do.
I thought I was doing the best I could. But I didn't have the materials. I didn't have action
In my
reading.
opinion as a teacher, the solution to our reading problems in America is action reading. It has worked with every single person I've used it. It doesn't make any difference if it's a child who's in kindergarten or it was an adult.
Our recent versions of the Cureton Method action reading system include the Fundamentals Home Phonics tutorial, which consists of overview DVD and audio CD lessons that lead the student through a workbook and games.
Outside, Fat Cat is sleeping. Peek through the holes to watch them race. Who will win in the Mad Cat race?
In the Anchorage schools, and it was just extremely successful. Then we started doing summer camps and summer schools, and we found out that we could teach the children to read in a very short period of time.
Thousands how to read, but ultimately, can it teach everyone? Is there anyone that can't be taught?
Well, I have never found anyone that I could not teach to read in 32 years of teaching. But when parents call me and say, oh, my child's labeled this, my child has whatever, I only ask 3 questions. Can the child see? Can he hear? And can he carry on a normal conversation in English? Is he normal except that he can't read? And if those 3 answers are yes, then I guarantee that child or that education, 1 million kids graduate from high school unable to read their own diploma.
They graduate, but they do homework. How do they do homework?
They socially are promoted from grade to grade. In fact, I get calls all the time from high schools, from even college professors. They're having to teach their classes orally because the kids can't read. They can't do their homework. I mean, think about it. If you can't read, how can you do any of your subject matter?
And as superintendent, we looked for a reading program that would satisfy us. We now have 100% literacy because of action reading.